Okay, howdy. So looky here. I was do that 8-9 minute video the other day. I was talking about grace. Was it grace? Yes, saved by grace. And I was so close to having a really cool analogy. And that's what we're going to do right now. Maybe we'll get it done in 4 minutes. So don't expect me to go back and polish something so that I can look like I really know what I'm talking about. Because the strength in what I do, the way I teach, is for you to be clumsy right along with me. Stumble into things and reach your epiphanies. And, the Lord used a donkey to talk one time. So there's no sense in me getting all refined and looking all pretty and articulating everything with perfect enunciation and pronunciation and getting my little rhymes in and giving you the right little smile at the right time. Hell with all that. So, and appropriately worded. So, all that vanity, to hell with vanity. So, here's what I stumbled into after I closed out the video and posted it. It is like having the right ingredients, but the wrong recipe. So grace is something that you don't have to do anything but receive it. So that means you can turn from it if you want to. And a lot of people do. When trials and tribulations come their way, which is via the grace of God, Him delivering something to you that you wouldn't choose. You could run to a banker, you could run to an attorney, you could run to the judge, you can run to the government. You could get whatever providence you think you need to deliver yourself from that trial and tribulation. So yes, when they say grace is free, you don't have to do anything but receive it. Where their ingredients are proper, their recipe sucks. Because you got to know that receiving it is not an easy thing to do. It's generally going to come with loss. It's generally going to come with either financial loss, loss of character, some sort of loss. I mean, in my case, if you ever look closely at me, I don't even have symmetry on my face because the Lord, via His grace, delivered what most people would refer to it as Bell's palsy, and I didn't run to anybody to try to chase it away. I stayed within it. It totally shaped my life. The wife left. I lost strength in my vocation. People weren't having as much confidence in me because I didn't look as handsome as I once did. There was loss that came with receiving His Bell's palsy, receiving His grace. But as a consequence, I went on to become a far superior father than I ever would have been. I would have just went ahead and kept making money if my kids would have seen me whenever. My title at work would have kept growing, and who knows what kind of, letters I could tag onto the end of my name at the end of climbing that ladder. But it would all been for vanity. I wouldn't have turned out to be anywhere near as good of a father as I did. I wouldn't have had to receive the great mystery, the epiphany of the great mystery. I would have been retarded. I would have, if I had not received His grace, I would have retarded my growth. And I would be perplexed and I would be miserable. But as a consequence, even though I suffered a lot of loss, I have peace. I have peace that can't be stolen from me. I have peace that someone can't come and try to redefine because they want to reduce me as an individual so they can build me up in their image. I got none of that going on because I have the strength that I received by staying in his grace of that Bell's palsy and having the experiences that that trial and that tribulation delivered to me. Now, let's get back to the analogy. Let's go with chocolate chip cookies and let's go with pancakes. So you got your ingredients. You got your flour, your sugar, you got your vanilla, you got your brown sugar, you got your chocolate chips, you got your butter, because you got wise not to use that other stuff. And there you go. You got your ingredients, right? A little bit of salt, a couple eggs. You got some wisdom on parchment paper over the years. But the devil decided to write the recipe. He's telling you, melt the chocolate chips. Turn them into a liquid. Now add in the butter and bring it to a boil. Let it cool and refrigerate. Pull it out, mix together your flour, your brown sugar, your regular sugar, and your eggs, and let that sit in the oven at 350 until it turns into some crystallized hard candy-like substance. Pull out your chocolate chips that are cooled down in the freezer with whatever other stuff I just said, and mash it together, maybe even smash it into little pieces and mix it up, stick it in a candy dish, and there's your chocolate chip cookies. Got the right ingredients, just got the wrong recipe. Now real quick, pancakes. Okay, now take your syrup, put it in the saucepan on the stove, add your flour, add your water, mix it all up, pull it out, put it on a plate, however you can, whatever it looks like. Then the water that you would have typically used to put it into the flour to create your pancake batter, now pour that on top of it. You wouldn't want to eat that. Now that's there they are again, all the right ingredients, you just got the wrong recipe. Same with what my brothers who feel like they've been called to stand before congregations and they're up there teaching. I keep begging them, please, 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 receive the truth of the true recipe and teach your people, teach your flock properly. It's not like one person can bring correction to all this. It's not like the Lord has the ability to elevate me to where all of a sudden this one individual is the salvation of Christianity. No, bullshit. That's not going to happen. It's going to be you listening to me and then you nudging the person next to you, you nudging your pastor. And y'all come to the epiphany. Everything's established by 2 or 3 witnesses. Let me just be the one witness. You shepherds, get it together, man. You understand what I just said about grace. You know that what you've been teaching has been perverted. It's the wrong recipe. Right ingredients, wrong recipe. Repent is all you got to do, man. So, yes, grace is something free. Yes, grace leads to salvation. You can only be saved by grace. You could never choose the trials and tribulations that would purge the dross out of you to make you pure. You would never choose to sit still with Bell's palsy for 15 years and look like an idiot. You wouldn't choose that. You wouldn't choose being paralyzed in a wheelchair or what other trials and tribulations. You wouldn't choose these things, but they're delivered to you via God's grace. And if you stay in them, they lead to you being a purged and perfected soul, which then gives you your salvation. Yes, you're saved by grace. Yes, you have to make a conscious effort to receive it, to stay in it. Don't run to idols to deliver yourself. Now there you go. I've got a couple good analogies with the right ingredients, wrong recipe. I think I exaggerated the grossness of what can happen if you got the wrong recipe on chocolate chip cookies and pancakes. I closed pretty good. I'm not alienating my brothers who think that they've been called to be a shepherd and to lead sheep. We should be all good and happy and groovy with this one.